tonight is the Poetry Corner. The same usual thing every Tuesday. We do this. We got a great show tonight. A lot of poets here tonight. Packed house, which is a good thing. So we're gonna get the party started off right. Hey, good evening, everyone. It's Tuesday night, 8 p.m. And as usual, we have our show that we love, the Poetry Corner. We got some new poets tonight. Real dope. Hope the energy is good. You know, uh, One good thing about doing this show every week is that you never know what to expect. So this show is going to be special for us tonight, myself and King Atterbury, for two things. One is because it's a Tuesday night as usual, and two, this will be the last Poetry Corner for a minute. The King and myself have some things we need to work on behind the scenes to be a better product for you guys. So this may be our last show. It could be for a week, it could be for a month, it could be for the summer. But know that when we do come back, if we decide to come back, it's going to be a better production for you guys. So first new poet that's joining the show tonight for the first time, Brother Levan.
Yes, it's good to be here. Thank you for the invite. My government name is Larry Richardson, but my pseudonym name for writing is Lala the Poet or Levan Robinson in honor of my mom. Her maiden name was Robinson. So I like to dedicate when I'm writing, the blessings from, her giving me birth along with God. So I'm originally from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, but I reside now in Lancaster. I'm 13-year military veteran of Air Force and Army Reserve. Just got out 2014. I have a son, a 35-year-old son, and I been writing poetry for since heaven knows. I would say whenever I could pick up a pen and write legibly. Um, so that's all my life basically. I have uh, four books, self-published books out on Amazon and e-Kindle books now. Last This week, I have a collaboration book called Silver Linings out with my editor Lisa Tomey. So technically, five books, and I'm working on my sixth book to come out. I guess the end of June or early July, something like that. So um, I love poetry because it comes natural, and I like to to how you can make words. Words can be powerful just as a gun. So instead of using a gun, I rather use words, and that's my power. So my first poem is called "Crumble." Now sitting back, wondering, and in total awe about the challenges I was faced with and somehow made it through. The one thing that was constant during these times came in the form of a strong and beautiful woman such as you. You never left my side when times were hard as others did. Your love was a beacon of hope and inspiration that kept me moving forward, focusing my energies on the tasks that still lied ahead. With each challenge we both faced and put to rest, I grew strongly and realized that this love had and would successfully pass all of life's tests. Alone I am nothing, and within the darkness hopelessly fumble and stumble. But with us both together, I stand on a foundation, girl, that no matter what life throws at us, dare not crumble in peace.
Okay,
Okay, brother.
okay, brother.
Right?
You- Okay,
Thank you.
a real campaign. Unmute your mic, brother.
Yes, sir.
Uh, who are you, and how long you been in the poetry, brother? Where you from?
Okay, my name is Real Campaign, and the name or the poetry spawned from an explanation for the way I live my life in America. It's been a hard life. I had to go to prison. I had to do time. There's been suffering since then, and still then. But I decided to take the campaign because my name is Pain anyway. It was either feel pain or campaign, so I decided to campaign in the alternative. And I've been at poetry. It's a God-given gift. I don't know when I received it, but anyway, I hit the ground running with it about 6 months ago. And I'm not trying to make a career out of it. It's basically social awareness and understanding. And it's a God-given gift, like I said, so I'm trying to give something back. Okay,
Oh,
so,
all right, you good, brother. You do your thing.
okay, this is called Heaven Help. Heaven Help Us. Heaven help us. As I pray, Lord, what can I say? We are hoping for a brighter day. Pages turning, we are learning that the world is shady. Look at the tiny trembling drug babies. Heaven help us with little Katie as she turned to mommy and she a self-purged drug zombie. Her little tears and big fears, daddy ain't no better. Heaven help us keep it all together. From bended knees, console please. Father have mercy and help us from the devil steady busting at us. It's murders every day where the children play. Take a water hose and wash the blood away. And heaven help Granny, she working hard, scarred from the family demanding, 80 battling, holding sanity. Heaven help us, what happened to peace? It's a piece of ice shard, got them tweaks in the streets. Heaven help us, they bombed our hoods, call it drugs as weapons. We all scrambling just to keep it together. Lost men and foolish manly pride, contemplating is it homicide or suicide? Heaven help us, no one's safe in the world today, and it's not one place in the world that's safe. Oh God, sorry about that. I lost my page. Heaven help us. We crying to you, boiling and simmering in this humanity stew. With broken hearts, we lost and we looking for you. Lost and confused, we keep crying to you. Heaven help us. Send us a word of power and knowledge in this 23rd hour. Moments before fire rains from meteor showers. All of creation moaning, the earth blood saturated and groaning. Heaven help us. From the storm that's raging, the beast cage, so many follow his ways. Heaven help us. It's that the righteous all cease. Even the praying granny cop to peace. 357, heaven help us. We singing your praise. We crying to raise to the stage the ancient of days. We praying, Lord, protect us. We need your good shepherd to shepherd us. And when he appears in unapproachable light, and he'll incinerate them little things that go bump in the night. Like who took our children in the prime of their life and forever stole our birthright? Heaven help us. Jah Jehovah, you're our avenger, uncontrollable soldier, our core and our center. We are all a sinner, but by your ever-loving spirit in us, heaven help us. Like that.
All right, brother.
Okay, bro. That was dope. Definitely.
Hey, you wanna? I don't think I know you, brother. John, just let everybody know who
Yeah,
you
yeah,
are.
no, I don't know. I know Quentin. Well, I haven't seen Quentin. I knew Quentin when he was skinny, and he was a wide receiver. And when he got hurt, our season went downhill. So that's kind of why I'm still kind of in my feelings. I'm feeling kind of Ralph Tresvant about that. I'm a little sensitive about that. He got hurt, our season went downhill. That's for real. That's really what happened. Quentin, am I lying?
I don't want to talk about
Wow.
that. I don't talk about that.
Wow.
But no,
Yeah.
no. But let
Yeah.
John, let the people know who you are and where you from, how
Oh,
long
okay.
you
Yeah.
been in poetry.
John Gavin White. Philosopher, educator, father, dual degrees in philosophy, women and gender studies. I do this writing full time. Been a lot of places throughout my short life. I signed a publishing contract, my first publishing contract last year, Spike DeVille Publishing. My book, I, Johnny Conqueror, a new spelling of my name, was released this February. So, you know, you can go to my Instagram, hit my link, or hit me up directly for that. It is in bookstores, certain bookstores, and Amazon, but I prefer you hit me up directly. And yeah, is there anything else? What was it?
Not do your thing.
Oh, real quick. All right. Hopefully nobody comes and says something to me while I start spitting. All right. Y'all can hear me very well?
Yeah, you good, John. I can hear you great.
All right. Here I bury nothing. Here is the illicit burn of sanctity and release, my bold and radiant tongue. Here I summon the frantic magic of spit to give things that abandon black boys proper etymology. Things that abandon black boys puncture the English language like shrapnel once properly named. My blackest of black, engendered between lightning strike and thunderclap, rebukes the gospel and glory of my supposed end as simply a name. The shaping of silence proclaims me black and alive, and this simply is something crucibles of English can't contain. Believe me, it tried. But with the black bright of a pen, I replied, wholeness is no trifling matter, and proceeded to roll my eyes. I did that. I took vowels and consonants veiled in cursive, and gave my two daughters names that, upon pronouncement, prompts English to bellow memory for mercy. I did that. And I don't run. I'm a black man who riddles a yokeless alphabet with the lucid curvature of tongue. Indeed, Baldwin forewarned that English was a bit too sun-shy upon his bone-dry, bone-bright signature, the need of indelible theories of blackness convening. And then there's Tony's legacy, her warring ebony of blood, impugning the ivory of paper to seek meaning within meaning, meaning when is something that is not us at daybreak, ingest enough history, enough blood nectar to become us by day's end? Or should I just gut it all, perforating the pink and alabaster underbelly of dialect with my pen? Big game black hunter, parading a grisly, blue-eyed vernacular of a wind. Its skin, didactic camouflage, fitted perfectly to the curve of my name in this wilderness I'm in. I'll stop there. That's it.
You guys give it up, man, for John, man.
Yes.
Was that
All right.
clear? Was that really clear?
Yeah, you was
Yeah,
clear,
definitely.
John.
No doubt.
Oh, all right. Thank you.
Can y'all hear me
you-
clearly?
yes, we can hear you clearly. Now you got this name. What's this name over here? Who is this person? I want to know who you are. I want to know your
Well,
name.
my name is
man.
Danielle.
No, that's what you call yourself.
My name
What's
is Danielle, but my pen name is La Perla Negra, which means the Black Pearl. And
okay?
I'm associated with, I'm part of Epiphany. So y'all seen me last time.
Okay.
All right. All right. I'm telling y'all now, I am the queen of short pieces. Okay. So, all right. This is called My Dream Within Dreams. His eyes painted forever in my soul, outlining my subconscious with imagery and thoughts of a perfected love. He doesn't realize how he's affecting me so. And sometimes I wonder, is his heart just as lost as I am? Spending nights waiting for the guiding light to lead the way to the right one. My skin whispers for help away from the loneliness, yet the crave exists. So I go out under the sun to soothe it, Maybe I just feel too much. I make promises to myself not to fall so deep, but I break them like shattered glass in my love storm of longing for him to share my nights. Not feeling sorry for my soul that it must go unsatisfied, but ugh, my body without the joy it longs for. If he could hear, could feel my heartbeat, it would speak the words, I will not let you go, and forever you shall remain in my arms. I am here, but I only know him in my dream within dreams, chasing a dream. Still, like the sun dancing on ripples through water, thoughts of him put a sparkle in my eyes. That's that piece.
It's beautiful. Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, Diane.
Thank you. Thank
Definitely
you.
dope.
He want to come right behind you.
Peace, bro.
What's going on? I didn't know I was coming right behind it. I was just like, I see you. Okay. I'm about to see a messy room. All right, so I'm gonna do something just different.
I know
But
you. I know you. I know you've been on the platform, man. And I before plenty of times, and it's always seems like I'm rushing when you come on the platform or you're rushing. Can you please explain to everybody who you are, what you do? You know, because I don't think I've ever given you a proper introduction, and I truly apologize for that.
that's okay. We'll get it done. We'll get it done quickly. Hey, everybody. My name is Mojave. I'm also known as Hob Brooks. I'm also known as King Drip. I'm also known as Jogger from the Thundercats. I'm known as a lot of things. However, I like to be a poet more importantly than anything else that happens. I am also from Epiphany. I am known as over there. I'm known as the Iron Man, um, Chief Longwind, a whole bunch of other names. But I got the most podcasts out of anybody, even for real. Do a lot of things, but more importantly, um, it's my love of these words and the way that I love these words. I'm also King Drip of the Honey Drippers, which is an erotic poetry collective. UCS, VCU, and we do a lot of things over there with the word. But tonight, um, I'm going to do something different. So, true story. I know what it feels like to have the corners fold in on themselves, to for your sorrow to grow teeth and gnaw at your mind, to play devil's advocate and whisper your failures and tell you how bad you are and all the mistakes that are yours to own. And it keeps repeating itself in your head over and over again, the echoes ricocheting in your mind, causing your common sense to go blind. You hurt this way, this emotional PTSD. These demons possess you closest to you, using your love as a knife to cut out all your happiness. I fought so much. I lost so much. I hurt so much thinking that life was too tough. I beat a stutter, bullies, the hate of me and my kin, me and my brokenness of my skin. The race was over before I could begin, and when all I needed was love, not a belt. Needed to be felt and told that I was loved. Needed to know that I had value, that I had met the world, that the darkness that I witnessed, no children should never have to want and find loneliness. They would have to ponder watching his parents separate, watching his mother make an attempt and kept behind gates. They say that witness helps you to become a victim of the same crime, hereditary with time. And no one should have to starve for love. Go hungry for notice, a drowning lotus, unable to accept life, having every day having to fight just to say that I'm here, just to say I'm here. The second deathly venture was a love adventure with someone I swore I loved more than life itself. It was true blue love, unexplainable narcissism with psychological schism, but she gave me what I wanted, more than I wanted. My first love aborted my love and told me I wasn't good enough. In life, she saw the walking wound in my soul and taught that love lies, hugged me close, opened her legs, spoke softly, and squeezed. And then my baby girl opened her eyes for daddy, and I was in love. We struggled, outmatched. I could not detach, for her laugh was making me lose my soul. My second was a baby boy, unwanted led that soon he became gold. Screamed when I touched him. Took 6 months for him to find comfort in my arms. Her machinations caused me alarm. I was trying to do my best, and my spirit wanted to slip away. And that day it happened. She told me that she needed to leave because I wasn't enough. This abandonment was too rough. Feeling that if someone was peeling back my skin with sharp fingernails, she would literally remove me from the home. 4 months spent homeless and alone. I was carrying shame that inhabited my mind that I could not utter my hurt or defeat, would not see my children, could not talk to my children, my greatest joy denied over a goddamn lie. And I should live everything in my car, gave away the best parts of me, told my best friend, look, you're gonna have to tell my story. Gave her my journal, told her how I was lost and unfit. And my father, who I thought did not love or care, did not hug or share, came at the moment when I was about to be up and out of there. I was surrounded by my brothers who teary-eyed repeated the whys and why I needed to live. My older brother, the hero, broke down and told me if I left, he wouldn't be able to see the life would be worth living. They spend the time giving me back music, memory. My best friend scribes me, writes me a love letter to my soul. My children call and rise before the fall, and I hit bottom and I saw that there was no other place to go but up. Face my pain, put my hands up and square up, knowing knowing that is a permanent solution for a temporary problem that is a hard truth to swallow. Let not the hurt and the lonely win. Someone loves you and needs you so. Sunset your sorrows for a sunrise tomorrow. The measure of a child's smile and happiness is the greatest treasure. Even if you feel broken, this will always be your measure. I grow greater than these false charges placed against my soul. I live and breathe light. I am king. My melanin is made of gold. I unfold and shine. You know me by my children, my eyes, my hands, how I grow, how I build. I live until it gets live. I drip honey and I built a hive. The strands of hope threaded, losing, beaded, strung around infinity's waist. And she gives me her kiss and I love her taste. I grow within her space, the breath of seven pace. I grow and pace and shine with the power of God, melanin, and ancestry. This archer I be, because it's all about that charcoal brown and gold in me. And it doesn't matter what you see. I know, and I've learned to love me. Poem.
Mm, yes.
All right. Okay, brother.
Okay.
Yes.
Hey, damn.
Tommy.
Whew, I gotta follow this. All right now.
You'll be fine.
All right. This piece doesn't have a title, but it is a significant memory. I'm afraid of my grief, of the peeling back beneath the layers of my intentions to accept that I will never hold you again, that there is nothing I can say to bring you back. My love, my big-winged bird, took flight on a night that I wasn't paying attention. I held her once, held her tight, held her close, held her back out of fear of just this thing. The bird lives to fly, didn't she? Dreamed of it, tasted it in her familiar past lives, suckled the yearning, the need for thrust, believing the wind could carry her up. What hands, mama? These are wings. There's no time, baby, to think of such things. Big winged birds don't factor in gravity, so sorry, mother, but fuck your practicality. The minute you let me go, I will fly and you will live. The queen simp with a book in hand and no clue what a big winged bird was meant to do. How do I go on knowing this? Hindsight, the stitch I cannot fix, so I am afraid of my grief. The cutting through states of mind, I cut through states of mind like the stars cut a purpose out of a deep purple sky. It is this or accepting that I fashioned the leash that bound my untrained bird, and not even God ever told me a word. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right, Dwayne.
Dwayne, you be jetting. You be speaking so fast when you start.
Some things still have too much emotion and it's like vibrating in my belly. But I'll do better next time. I'm sorry.
No, it's perfectly understandable. Trust me.
Yeah, definitely. This piece is entitled Moment of Memory. Guided by the radiance of her spirit, she brought me into her world. Fascinated by the outside place, she read my awkward thoughts. Walking through the park as we moved across grass onto a path, sat next to each other on the rocks, watching the water collide. Sun shining bright, energizing our inner life. This magnificent setting is a wonderful delight. One of many locations reminded me of my own sacred place. As the ray beam from the sky strike lightly upon our face, during our conversation, enjoying company of her and I, with elevated vibes creating energetic expression from our eyes, smiling and laughing, joking and kidding around. Without sounds of music, this kind gesture is found. So what I recall is the profound beauty I observed. Special moments like this can have you lost for words. King.
Okay.
Thank
That's
you.
Okay, cousin.
all right.
Levan, you just think you just gonna just sit back and relax, huh? Unmute your mic, brother.
Yes, my next piece is called. Um, I better get something deep. American Dream. Unfortunately, many lives are being lost to the pandemic daily. Politicians play out their agenda that turns out to be very, very costly. In the middle, the citizens are caught, has no solutions to defeating this invisible adversary or visible or even sought. These are billionaires serving in public office, and that means for the working poor, putting nails in their coffin. For basic necessities, people are vying and sensibly dying. Families are displaced, and the children, because of the empty stomachs, constantly crying. The same leaders in government are obligated and supposed to help relieve the unnecessary suffering and pain. They won't unless it's something for their cause to monetary gain. Therefore, many are left out in the pouring rain without hope to fend off the guilt and endless shame of not being able for their family provide a safe and stable life, or what it seems a part of the peace of the great American dream. In peace.
Okay, brother.
Powerful.
All right, that's what's up.
Hey, this piece is called Love. From my first distance, before I was born, when I was swimming around in my loins, there were millions more like me with hope as a seed to be first at the egg in the womb to conceive. Through mother's body process in a womb called bliss, I survived at birth to face many more tests. It was dog eat dog. How did the puppy survive? With a vigor to live, stay alive, and thrive. I grew up a wealth of potential, but an underachiever, ambitious with a smile, a true hopeless believer. But I failed so many times, I got hard to believe. They called me the good egg that meant the bad seed. Met love, made love under the maze of the stars. To more than a few, choosing was always hard. I live a paradox life. It's like the tears of a clown. I be a beautiful bridges up and I tear them all down. And I'm suicidal tendency on a bottle of pills and don't say that I won't, cause damn it, I will. Head in my hand, heaping sobs I cried. Hurricane force winds churning wild inside. A never ending reel of chances just play again and again. All the coulda beens and the shoulda beens. Guess one could say that I've had many trials. I hit many brick walls. I walked the longest mile. And the things I faced have kind of made me bitter. My life been a shitter full of drugs and liquor. The ugly pup nobody ever wanted after little. But full of driving bitter, the more bitter. Go get 'em. But but one day I heard a voice speak deep from inside. It said I couldn't have failed unless I failed to try. So I took that closet of skeleton that just won't leave me alone, and I let that be the force that propels me on. So all the things I never had, like that Tia Blue Jag or the lover that left me when I started shooting bad, when I got kicked out the service, when I lost my job, when I went off to prison, when I came back scarred, the more bitters, the vigor, the go-getter, to get richer, to leave a print on this world. I got a low-ball splitter, so nobody could ever say campaign was a quitter. But full of drive and vigor, the more bitter, go get her. And I got bitter, but I didn't stay bitter. I got better. I got so much better, I got a letter from heaven. It read, add, download, amend. 2 words, love wins. Like that, like that.
Hey.
All right.
All right, brother.
All right, brother.
That's what's up.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So what's up, man?
A familiar face. Haven't seen him here for a minute, but I'm glad he's able to join us tonight.
Hey, bro.
J. Rob,
Hey, what's
Peace,
happening,
brothers.
family?
what's going
Peace,
on?
everybody. Oh, what's good with y'all? Pardon the whole shirt and tie, the bow tie, and what have you. But I was at my Masonic Lodge meeting, and like I told you, if I can get out of that thing early, man, I'm gonna step through.
Yo, man.
But this is the uniform of a Mason, so here it is.
Yeah, it's all good, brother.
Good to
Word.
see y'all.
Good to see
That
you
brother
too,
who was
man.
just spitting.
Yeah,
Whoa,
I know.
whoa. I'm not snapping my fingers, kid. I'm not snapping my fingers. That right there was powerful. Like for real, for real. It's good to see everybody. Starting with my cousin. Salute, King.
Good to see you too, bro. Word.
How's everybody tonight?
Everybody good, man. You know,
Nice.
do what it do.
Oh, so it's my turn to spit?
Oh yeah, you live on stage.
I thought you were saying hello, my
Yo,
bus.
nah, nice introduction though. That's what's up. We miss you, man.
I
Word up.
dig it. Let me jump right into this. This piece is called What I Never Knew.
Right.
The first time I saw you, my mind went into overdrive. You see, I drove myself crazy trying to figure out what I could possibly say to capture your attention, and not to mention that I looked into your eyes. And before I heard your voice and said hello, or said yes, yes to anything you would ever have said or imagined, as long as whatever it was, it made you happy. You see, I had thoughts of what your happiness might look like and how fast the butterflies in your stomach would flap uncontrollably before we met. I wondered if your favorite perfume would infect my nostrils so much that anytime I smelled that scent, that it reminded me of you, that you would be the first thing that came to my mind, hoping that when I turned to the left, I would see you. And every time I do see you in heels, my God. I'm hypnotized by how musical your walk is, and I'm mesmerized by your feminine wiles and how it's tied into how sexy your confidence is. I mean, let's be honest. I simply think you're incredible. And before I ever heard you speak, I imagined your voice sounding like brown skinned angels singing in heavenly harmony and their long cut hair being used as harp strings. And then you said hello, and I knew I was right. Just by looking into your eyes, I can only imagine how many souls you've spoken to, and your smile is so bright that it looks as if you brush your teeth with the stars after they have been dipped in sunshine. The only thing that has me scratching my head is, why would this gift of everything that's right in the world would ever be interested in anything that I thought? I truly think she is the come true that happens to be a dream wrapped up in my mind, one conversation at a time. And oh my God, is she beautiful. And to think, all this time, I had no ideas that angels came in chocolate. And that's that piece.
Hello. Okay,
Okay.
Angel King and
All right,
Chocolate.
bro.
Thank you all.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess it's time for me to go. I just seen or became aware that the theme of the night was significant memory. Am I correct?
Yes.
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 Okay. All right. You know what? I should. None of my pieces have titles. So with my book, my publisher went with the wonderful idea, and I agree that given the intimate nature correspondence of my pieces, I should remove the titles and try to set it up semi-autobiographically. So But yeah, but what I would say is because half the book is poetry and half the book is about 50 plus pages explaining my philosophy and intellectual framework to it, which is the intersection of two things. I'm gonna try to say this real quick, no academic speak or minimal academic speak, but what I call the lid philosophy of the poetic and black male self-recovery in the US. And the poetic is basically any attempt at the unified treatment of emotion, logic, language, and thought against the backdrop of oppression. Now, when this is undertaken or attempted by Black men, particularly cisgendered heterosexual Black men, this is what I refer to as Black male self-recovery in the US, which basically deals with personal narrative at the center, the interrogating of the historical erasure of Black male vulnerability against the backdrop of oppression in America. And everything that you hear that comes out of my mouth is within that context. Is that good? That's enough?
I wouldn't expect
Okay.
anything else, John.
All right. So I'm gonna try to say because I know mosquitoes.
Oh, he dropped.
Oh, all right. This piece is called Forever Love. When she left, I couldn't imagine being focused on my goals. So when opportunity came about, I set high for the road. She reminded me of a struggle to survive between love and hurt, opening up to me upbeat, yet feeling down on her worst, knowing she won't be around long enough to see me rise. Only time could really tell when she would face her demise. With that strain on my thoughts, I walk in between many scenes. I loved her so much, start to have broken dreams, searching for answers. How could she leave me alone? I guess the better living place was her new beautiful home. Didn't feel right to me, but to leave was her response. For months, my mother knew she wouldn't be around to help me for long. Now that I'm grown and these memories appear, she is the best woman I ever got to know, loving me that kid. King.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
I dig that,
My
King.
fault. Yeah, damn mosquitoes are biting me out here, man. I gotta go. So I'm gonna try to say if I remember this piece from my book that speaks to the notion of memory directly. Uh, hmm. In the sifting sands of our youth, my two younger brothers and I, black and unsure, or rather, black and waiting by the shore, understood our father as found. We were lost. Our father, a cocoa-colored paradox of transparency and monolith, spoke thresholds and dared us to cross. We crossed. I stayed in watery warm darkness. My two brothers crossed back while I stayed in watery warm darkness, tongue collapsing, riddled with fright. My father, ever the long unseen hand, reached beyond and above to turn on the lights, to which, upon reconstruction, with a blanket of ocean pulled back, I saw what I believed to be a garden of ghost orchids and decided to wear it as a vest. My father promised as long as I kept it on, bullets were no longer bullets, but butterflies that can enter only his chest, his heart. My father and I are still alive. My two younger brothers are stuck sounding out their names in the dark. I say this to you as a means to keep writing. I have not spoken to either of them in over a decade. It's very rare that members of the same family grow up under the same household. I was never the same once my mother kicked me out my first household. And by never the same, I mean hope became scourge, and scourge became another name for open wound. So please be careful how you acknowledge me. Pain is simply another ocean. Trauma is delta mid extension. And what's a river of suffering to he who has countless crucifixions and all of them well attended? He who revels when any synonym for fury that carries his name is mentioned. He who is unlimited caricature at best, man not assemblage of a body consumed. He who needs only a single ribbon of merciless light to tie whatever it is white men deem pensive of black male flesh to a helium balloon, upswept by the seething winds of memory. There is that one memory of me as a verb-shifting boy, caught peeking through the keyhole of my father's despair as he was undressing rage and I stood erected. My masturbatory response to having a clenched fist is never unwelcome. It's bigger than me. It's bigger. Thomas, in a darkened theater, grasping his historic heft with madness, never seeming so voluptuous, but he, like I, can never seem to release our demons. He, like I, will exit far more grand than how we entered. The world is a stage. There is nothing but applause when black men exit. Fuck it. There was never enough sky anyway for me to enter the stage on cue. And honestly, if the world has never appeared to you as a gaping mouth and shit you and me can talk about, I've had too many things. I have had too many things belonging outside, inside. I've had multiple suns bear down on me in myriad weather, but a real nigga will claim each and every one of his shadows. So really, it's whatever. A real nigga will show you the dungeon where he bartered with madness, all types of see, I messed up. My mind just went blank.
Keep
Sorry,
going, boy.
my mind
Keep
just went
going.
blank.
Keep going, John. It's dope.
More,
Keep
more.
going. Keep going.
But a real nigga will show you the dungeon where he would negotiate with silence all types of madness until there was nothing left. But a real nigga knows that he is worthy of breath even after his last breath. I once held a knife to a pen for threatening to expose me. I grew past exposure and now hold my pen to knives for clarity. I forced them to cut a hole into the page the size of God's mouth. I forced God to speak. I forced my name into scripture. I pressed scripture down into a single word. Forgive me, Father. More so than sin, I have seen. I'll stop there. That's it.
Yes.
Whoa, bruh,
That's what's up, man. Super dope, yo. Word.
bruh.
My fault for man. I'm outside. I wish I could be inside. I feel.
You still did the
Man, we
damn thing,
appreciate it,
bruh.
man.
You still did that thing. I once held a knife to a pen who tried to expose me, bruh.
You know what? You know what? Can I say before? Because there's people moving around. I don't want to take them. Can I say one more piece and dip out? Because I don't want to feel like y'all feel like I cheated y'all or whatever. So
I'm cheated already, John. It's been forever. But anyway, go ahead. You good, bro.
and I may have to dip, but yeah, because people what I feel uncomfortable and mosquitoes biting the shit out of me, and I'm feel so, and I don't. Yeah, I'm not trying to grandstand or nothing.
John, you good?
So
Go ahead, brother.
Do you?
all right. Try to real short. I was but a boy, a black boy, circling himself when the magnifying glass of my memory spotted a trail of fire ants laboring inside me from loin to heart to mouth. Needless to say, the mere utterance of family set my tongue aflame. There weren't many options for a black boy with a mouthful of ash, so I began writing. I write until right, and the night became my right and my right alone. I write eyes wide shut and face the day. I face the day and write until the swirling corona of the sun thickens and my shadow is replaced by a murder of black crows. Not to sound too linear, but this is my history. Given my history, I'm unable to take serious any black man with any kind of writing utensil in hand until, saying prophecy as description, he splits open his first darkness and riddles enough light into a box for the first black boy he sees unknowingly in need. Now, at the risk of romanticizing redemption, I have two children who are not black boys, but they do have hearts. And the heart, if kept true, grows to be emblematic of encounter. And I hope the hearts of my children grow bright warm. And they see a bit of me in a few black boys they encounter somewhere down the road that empties out into an ocean. And oceans are the Volta, you see, because one time, after realizing the sky is blue like the ocean, which is blue like the sky, I saw my escape and pressed my pen to the rushing current between prayer and mercy. I pressed my pen to the crescent wave between black ink and black skin. Heavy with faith, I walk the water because I cannot swim. Each step, an exit is parting. I walk the water down, certain there is more. I walk the water down to the sweetest trap door in the deepest trench of the deepest floor, the beauty of the black male body fashioning its own freedom so close to Earth's core, the beauty of a black man between ocean and thirst, fashioning both exit and entry to a single door. That's it.
Mm.
Hey, John, appreciate you, bro.
Hey man, brother, I appreciate the show, man. Salute to you, man. Word up.
And one show, thank you. And please, like, however y'all want to continue this, let me know. I want to be a part of it, man. I assume it's going to be in person, so.
Yeah, no doubt, man. It's
I would
all
hope
good.
so. I would
You
hope
good.
Okay. I took up enough time. Thank y'all.
All right, John.
Peace, bro.
Thank you, John. That was nice.
Oh, what's up? Oh, it's on me. Oh yeah, because I gotta go. Wait. Was there a rule about music? I mean,
I just need to know: is it copyright free? Whose music is it?
I don't know if it's copyright. I don't think it is.
I don't want to, Mojave. I don't want to set up the algorithm for YouTube, so I don't know. I don't want you to play it if you don't have to. All right.
All right, never mind. I'll skip it. I'll do something else.
Appreciate you, brother.
Until showtime.
You're gonna hear that lady in the background because I'm already logged in. Anyway, another black teen in the bathroom at the time appeared to raise his hands in fear and was ordered to the ground by the officer. The teen quickly laid on the bathroom floor as he was placed in handcuffs. He pleaded with the officer to help the other one who was lying on the floor beneath another officer. Help him, please, the teen said. He's bleeding. Officers claimed they were unaware that they shot the teen until 2 minutes after handcuffing him, turned him over when they saw a large pool of blood. A school nurse was then called to render aid before he was taken to the hospital where he appropriately died. It begins. Dead men tell no tales, but how can anyone ever speak when they are drained full of the holes that they leak?
Minutes until showtime.
There is nothing to argue about. If you were shot, an officer's job is to render aid, immediately starting procedures while calling for a bus to help or maintain or save life until capable professionals come along. Handcuffing anyone and laying them on their chest causes them to compress, and their excited heart pushes more blood from the height of fight or flight, forcing your body to pump more. This practice is not practical. More like tactical, because they will wait, not call for aid until the perp stops bleeding. Imagine the face of Tamir Rice's sister while they detained her, detained her in the back of a police car, watching her brother on the ground dying, while the officer stood around, and an officer came 4 minutes later and began the process. Here she is, so near and yet so far. And Timothy Loman, who shot him in 1.5 seconds, the officers waited until this supervisor came along before they started trying to save him. This is a Blue Lives Matter hymn. Dead men tell no tales. We bleed out. Poem.
Okay, bro. So
You doing daddy poetry? I hear you.
Now I was going to do a daddy poem, but I couldn't do the daddy poem. I was going to make it real smooth, like just, wave my hands all over about. Anyway, listen. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for having me on the season. Thank you for checking it out.
Yeah, bro.
Shout out.
Back at you.
Get back to what you got to do. Make sure you come on the shows. Make sure you check out Epiphany Radio. Versus we talking comic books and nerd shit. Make sure that you check us out. We got some crazy stuff that's going on. It's good. Make sure you check us out. Honey Drippers on all platforms. Clubhouse. This other stuff. Peace.
Peace.
All right, can y'all hear me clearly? I had to switch my devices because I was getting a lot of lagging and a lot of static. Everybody was freezing on me. I was missing all the pieces. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you good.
Yeah, loud and clear.
All right. Edwina, I want to hear your piece again because I really didn't catch the whole thing. It was breaking up so bad, and I'm a fan.
Oh, thank you.
All right. This is untitled. As she closes another chapter on her life, she turns the page, entering anew, frightened and closed off, but willing to open as she prays for love's rain to fall all around to greet her new experience in life so she can smile again. She misses her smile after it was run off with. She recovered all but the last chapter. Her new book entails beautiful and wonderful and promises kept, time spent, respect, great loving, and he stayed. But those chapters have yet to be written. He says things that make her want to expose all that she is completely. But fear makes her tread lightly and slow paced. Even when he says he wants to be her earth, that he'll wait for her until the sun burns out and the ocean can provide no more. Her frightened heart still second guesses his true intentions. Her mind continues to process the logic that it is safe to love again and to fall hard, while the fear that has taken up residence with her deep wounds causes apprehension in her steps towards the promise of perfect love. Yet she still walks forward. And that's that piece.
Yes. She still walks forward.
All
I
right,
love that.
Danielle. Oh,
Thank you. Thank you.
yeah.
Okay. Significant memory. This one is. I wrote it when I was 19. I wrote it in a long time ago, so I'm not going to age myself. And the views and opinions expressed may not be something that I completely agree with anymore. It's called Paper Princess. He found my heart by the roadside and wiped it clean, held it close to his body in soft closed hands, folded it up and kept it in his pocket just for him. Maybe he's a little selfish that way, but he spoon-fed it gently, steady doses of healing, remedies that only God could bless a mind with, just for me. I'm his paper princess, molded and folded out of flat earth and tall trees, ready and waiting for a savior in this world, and God sent him to me. So even in absence of all that he isn't, he strives to be all that he can be. My early to bed, early to rise, head of my household, leader of my pack, ham to my burger baby. You don't know love like I know love. Because when he puts his arm around my middle and one around my chest, I feel one with him and closer to God, and know the purpose of joy and the need for pain to fully feel it. Because we can't breathe out without breathing in now, can we? Please don't judge the things he lacks, but appreciate what he is for me. Know that even if it appears selfish, it's a pence to grow on, because if you worked on a piece of art, you want to throw your name on it. To my every atom, he is my nucleus. I am his paper princess, all arms, legs, heart, and body parts of unearthed potential. He developed me in his own image, physical and mental. I think how he thinks. I'm living off the breath he spent. When he gives me Eskimo kisses, even when my boogie stinks. So when I call him daddy, I don't mean it as disgraceful, because that nigga fathered me in the absence of the real thing, folded and molded paper shreds and working hands with a tender touch. So don't worry why I need and love him so much. Save your Captain Save-A-Ho get up for the next chick, because this one is taken. I'm molded and folded an impression of a man that I love. Because I lost my place. I'm sorry. He is my Adam. I am molded from this man's rib. The paper princess is his and his alone. So just recognize and deal with it. That was a long time ago. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Good.
Okay. My piece is called place to be judged and hated for who I am and being treated less than a man and human, living in a country that wholeheartedly and outrightly despises my ancestors and future generations of people that look like me, rewarding my frustrations and fight for equality, for which I am peacefully standing up for my civil rights and acceptance with violence and hellish brutality, laws and institutions enacted to separate and willfully divide and to exterminate, purposely whole races of innocent souls and lives. I've come to the conclusion that of the benefits of this great country that they have used by any means necessary to act in power of exclusion. America, I do humbly plead, what truly is it that you want from me? I forgave you and have turned constantly the other cheek, and time again, without conscience, you have continuously downtrodden, oppressed, and offended me. I don't know how much more of this I can possibly take. So I ask once again, America, what would you do if it was reversed and you were in my place? In peace.
Tell
So,
America that story,
yes,
bruh.
All right, bro.
Let America know.
What's up?
I like that.
It's called A Modern Tragedy. She was a crack baby. Miracle Sims was her name. Her mother, a crack smoking lady. The whole story just a crying damn shame. Herself a little bitty guppy from a small town pond who stole away in the night, leaving her grandpa farm with a bag in her arm in search of a brand new life. Greyhound bound to New York City, a young girl Joy was sublime, unexplainably hooked with just one look at the nighttime New York skyline. Her dream of being a famous star won in millions, multiplied 10 times. She got on the bus with her faith plus 12 measly dollars and a dime. But leaving outside the Union Station, her fear dug in with merciless claws. She was a little bitty guppy from a small town pond in the ocean, face to face with Jaws. And just walking the streets on two tired feet, just a few dollars and jack scrap to eat, her destination nowhere was a meaningless route. And it Puss in Boots, the local prostitute, who snagged the guppy and carried her home, fed her and gave her a couch to sleep on. She played like a sheep, but finally showed her wolf teeth, growling. Bitch, you better sell some pussy hole. My rent ain't cheap. Every dollar you get, it belongs to me. Disrespect my pimping and hoe you see, I cut your ass and leave you 6 feet deep. Intermission. Understand my derogatory position. The pen is my sword to slit as I record. A modern tragedy, an urban rhapsody. So time passed on with the winds of change and found a little guppy in the depths of shame with hooker boots on, walking the strip in the rain. You could hear her story, but never feel her pain. She do sick things. Her man can't even stand, hovers over her body. It's just a wrinkled old man. She couldn't cope with that. Was no hope in that. Only shooting heroin and smoking rocks of crack. She shook Puss in Boots and finally made the switch, but fell under the whips as the dope man bitch. She had Broadway dreams and Oscar dreams, reduced to a hooker and a cocaine fiend. It's a story that the author just don't tell because the publishers say poor and black don't sell. But it's a modern tragedy, an urban rhapsody. The theme was a victim pattern. She learned that from her dad. She get ghosts like the wind whenever things go bad. For 6 straight months, she smoked cocaine out while a baby grew inside her. She lost 20 pounds. She don't eat right. She don't sleep right. Prostitute all day, stay high all night. 7 months along at the cocaine spot with the pipe in her mouth and her water drop. My tears flow like rivers, for this story has got me. It's a modern tragedy, an urban rhapsody. So the ambulance came and got her, took her to County General. That's where little Miracle Sims was brought into this world. 2 pounds, 2 ounces with the shimmy and shakes, labor, breathing, and a heart that quake. The doctor say he never seen a baby look so bad. Even the nurses agreed. Even they never had. Out the delivery room went both women and men who slipped to the bathroom to cry in their hand. Little Miracle, incubated, attached to a breathing machine, 2 days old and addicted, a cocaine fiend. The tremors and shakes, her mother looked on, wondering how she got so far gone and stayed so long. The lab test came back, it was determined to be she and the baby was both positive for HIV. And I don't mean to be condescending, but this ain't Hollywood. There are no happy endings. When you open your eyes to the sign of the times, our loved one dying, our little children is dying, and 12 days later, little Miracle died. Feeling guilty, her mother was torn up inside. She got all geeked up on the cocaine binge, made her way down to the Brooklyn Bridge, gave penance and tears as she silently prayed and leaped below to a watery grave. Just another story, but some modern and urban.
Come through, storyteller. That was amazing.
Wow.
Teardrops. Let me ask you a question. The last time your heart was hurt, did you count the minutes your tears fell from your eyes? Did the sand in your hourglass ask you, did you have enough as each grain fell? Because the human reaction of smiles and cries asks, what language are the tears when they're falling from your eyes? Did you forgive him? Did you take him back? Did you say never again after your heart was attacked? I mean, come on. When is enough going to be enough? When will you come to the realization that there is a repository waiting for you to give your time some time when your time has finally healed and when you have decided that you want to be kissed by Afrocentric rainbows that speak Swahili and taste like peppermint leaves surrounded by diced lavender stems? I want you to treat us as if tomorrow can only happen only if you can appreciate today, because yesterday was all we had when there wasn't anything promised to us except for those deep kisses that are supposed to last forever because your lips said yes. And the only thing that is required of you is to stop crying over unappreciative, unapologetic, regrettable fools that did nothing for you except make you cry. Now stop all the foolishness. I need you to come over here, wrap your arms around your personal version of eternity passionately, as if this was the last time that you might see me, because your tears now have a home where no tears should ever fall again. And where, when you should be someplace with me, I need you to kiss me as if there are no sunsets. Kiss me as if the romantic moonlights may never see daylight, because I promise you from this night forward, you will never, ever, ever have to shed a tear unless you're happy that you're never going through that again. It's our time. And that's that piece.
Beautiful, J Rock.
Very, very nice.
Yeah.
All right. This is a piece I have untitled. Allow the ink to hit the page. I'm already on my way. Checking for better days, there is no time to play. Surfing upon a wave, I am grounded and balanced. Exploiting my talent, it's apparent how I can manage. No pad on deck, much respect to my pen game. Mindset is insane, it's hard for me to explain. Flyer and higher than my confusion on the material. Check whatever's due, my new groove is imperial. King is my name, royalty is in my veins. Move about with phoenix wings that carry a certain flame. Internal fire burning, the fuel is natural energy. Can't destroy my character. What, are you really kidding me? Resonate with properties captured from my outer earth. Visit another galaxy that showed off my worth. Transported back through a portal that is formal. Through my eyes from the sky, opened up the ones who saw you. King.
Good joint, boy. Nice.
Thank you.
Oh man.
Appreciate that.
All right. This is a super, super short piece. I call this Pen Me. My passion is in my ink. You want to know me? Write your story across my heart and speak to my soul. Once I grant you access, enter. And do not hold back, denying me the brilliance of your cadence through similes. Allow me to interpret each line as I allow your brilliance to flow. Tell me if you can feel the pulse of my pen as it journeys my system. Every letter rich as the iron flowing from the wordplay of metaphors and stanzas and haikus. Take the journey through my system. in the poetic language only you speak and teach me. And that's that piece.
Hey,
Oh, look at you.
All
Okay.
right, sis.
Okay. Look at
Nice,
you.
short, and sweet.
love that.
Thank you.
I love that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. This piece is called The Little Girl. One day, the little girl in me unfurled her brow, unclasped her hands, freed bended knees, and stood smiling, the bravest smile she'd ever let out. She pulled at my sleeve, the way only the most courageous of little girls will, and said, "Remember me and every possibility between the tragedy you see and the magic you promised me." That brave little girl took two small, trembling hands and placed them on cheeks nearly stone cold with apathy, and whispered into me urgently, "I live, I exist still in those silent chambers of your spirit that ache like old wounds when you feel lost. I wait in the playgrounds overgrown within you, the ones you set aside when you decided that all the things that we hope for are of no use to warriors. But I live still, beating, breathing, believing in the possibilities of every new sun. And I tuck my tears in the cradled arms of its resulting moon. But I live still. Come find me. They lied to us, you see. They told you that they told you that their peace was, I'm so sorry. They told you that your peace was on the other side of their war. They even convinced you that they had something worth fighting for. Told you when you were done, you wouldn't hurt no more. What they never told you is that paradise lay at the foot of every mother who kept your heart beating, and that your true joy could be found within you. The little girl in me is the bravest thing I could ever be. For through it all the things I put her through, forgetting me and chasing you, she then presented me with a box full of all my best self in 1,000 pieces. That brave girl had collected every shard, everything I thought was lost. She had risked it all. She saved the pieces of us that I'd let fall, as if they still held their original brilliance. She, it turns out, is the best in me. She stood before me, uncared for, ignored, and brave, in a tiny tattered tea dress with her box of broken offerings, and reminded me, you were already the magic you were meant to be, but you forgot to hold on to my hand. But I live. I live still, and if you put me back together, we always will. In peace. Thank you.
Right, Lena. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Um, I got a piece called Flowers. Looking out from my window as the rain, like a drum, beats rapidly off my window pane. I'm reminded that the blessings of the rain are that the earth grounds are moistened, and the seeds of love, now properly nourished, readily sprouts flowers and beauty along the world's landscapes, solidifying its existent and destined place. Remember, brothers and sisters, to bring out the beauty that's within you. God has a detailed plan to brighten your horizons and will be there to see it manifested and properly through. Trust wholeheartedly in Him, and your flower too will add happiness and beauty to others as well as the earth when in full bloom and peace.
It's beautiful.
All right. This piece right here is called Revenant Settlement. After you gave up on the possibility of living again, I blew in from the wind, sparking an interest as a friend. As the weeks went by, became special in your eyes. Living together in July, I told my old life goodbye. End of the year, asked for your hand in marriage, you said yes. Expressing open emotions, feeling you wasn't the best. Tied the knot following year, sealing your comfortable zone. Our house became a home, leaving outsiders alone. What a delight, so sweet, hitting the restaurants to eat. After working so hard at our jobs, gave you them treats. Optional care when you threw meals together. Talking, laughing, and watching television was clever. Routine of us to discuss what we had made. To the grid of our relationship broke down to charades. We used to communicate and understand our purpose. Manipulating people hurt us, changed up our service. Causing the effect of others inside of our business. Turned us into losers of love that was finished. Divorce on the line of signature who was blind. Gave you what you wanted, now have a peace of mind. King.
Well, that concludes another night of the Poetry Corner. I'd like to thank all the dope poets that was able to join the show tonight. You guys, as well as the gentleman that left the show, had to leave the show early. Were great tonight. I appreciate you guys. And anybody got any final thoughts?
Thank you for the
Thank you, everyone.
opportunity.
Oh, go ahead, brother.
Thank you for having me again. Man.
Yeah, thank
No doubt.
you for this platform. Thank you.
No doubt on that. I thank everybody for showing up tonight. Spent some dope, awesome pieces. You know what I mean? Got it popping. Even the ones who had to, leave out. Everybody was dope. It was fire. Word up. Peace, love, and poetry, as I say.
With that, you guys take care and have a blessed night, blessed week.
All right.
Love and light.